Tarkib Baghdad Contemporary Art Festival is Iraq's only multidisciplinary art festival, which takes place over 4 days each year, every year in a different location in Baghdad. The 8th edition took place in a traditional Shanashil building, part of the headquarters of the Iraqi Artists Syndicate in Rasheed Street from October 6 to 9, 2022. The heart of the festival was a group exhibition with artworks by 17 emerging Iraqi artists. The 2 floors of the Shanashil house was transferred into a showcase presenting installations, sculptures, photography, paintings, video animations, performances, as well as virtual reality experiences. Number 1. Tectonic Freedom by Ali Ziyad. Ali Ziyad presented a dual sculpture which appeared in 2 different locations and was visible from 3 spots. The sculptures referred to Nietzsche's philosophy of freedom, interpreted from the perspective of an architectural view. Tectonic is defined as the art of construction. Ali Ziyad, who is studying architecture, merged the art of construction with Nietzsche's philosophy of freedom. Number 2. Concrete O by Zaid Saad. The visual artist Zaid Saad, devoted to conceptual art, is talking in his art about migration. The room installation Concrete O is part of a series of concrete sculptures which he started in 2020. Concrete O consisted of 3 life rings hanging on the wall and 2 halved life rings, all made out of concrete. According to the World Migration Report in 2022, published on the website of IOM, the number of migrants in the world has reached 272 million humans. Zaid Saad is questioning, are these 272 million people humans or just concrete, heavy to deal with? Number 3. Childhood Anxiety by Atif Al-Jafal. Childhood Anxiety was a performance by Atif Al-Jafal. He was addressing the feelings of fear, dread and uneasiness from the post-2003 generation. Their memories are on chain, like his body was. Number 4. Waiting by Hussam Mohammed. The visual artist Hussam Mohammed is building large-scale iron sculptures since 2019. Waiting is dedicated to his father, who passed away beginning of 2022. He was scrutinizing with his sculpt the long administrative process a patient and its family has to go through before a medical treatment can start. And sometimes the treatment comes too late, like in the case of his father. Number 5. Spot by Mohammed Taha. Spot was a room filled with sand taken from the river bench of the Tigris nearby. The visual artist Mohammed Taha is devoted to environmental art. Sand for him is the expression of rest. Therefore, he transformed a room into a natural place for rest full of sands. A specific light, a donation from Studio Olafur Eliasson, provided the coherent weather he wanted to have in terms of color, air, time and place. He created a space to interact with sand and rest. Number 6. 1000 Stories and a Story, Volume 2 by Hossein Mutta. 1000 Stories and a Story is a photo series by the architect Hossein Mutta, comparing architectural cityscape and sites in Baghdad as a contrasting juxtaposition of the past and today. The first edition of the series was published as a book in 2018. In this year's festival, he presented an extension of his photo collection, showing changes in Alawi Square, in Al-Koshla Street, Al-Rasheed Street, Al-Khilani Square, Al-Tahrir Square, and Al-Kahramani Square. Number 7. Grown-Up Villages by Sahan Khaled. Sarhan Khaled from Suleimania presented an animation video showing a modeled city from the viewpoint of him as an architectural student to our cities. He demonstrated how the city and its architecture has lost connection with humans, because cities in Iraq have not been planned as urbans. He took us on a tour through his imaginary city, which reminds you on a futuristic space city in the middle of a desert. Number 8. Disease by Hatcha Kuzai. Hatcha Kuzai is a filmmaker who is experimenting with performance and installation since 2019. Her topics are women in Iraq from a very personal perspective, as she is one of them. Disease is a scenography showing different elements of suffering. Green in cinema is used to express disease. Therefore, she used the color green to underline how the community treats women. Her scenography is anything but a reproach. It is a gentle, positive request for a different approach. Number 9. Life and Dead by Aisha. Life and Dead was a hanging double-sided sculptural design object with tower-like square buildings made out of transparent and black acrylic glass. Her cognitive sculpture is a quest to understand the nature of consciousness and unconsciousness, and why people's perception of reality is not necessarily what it seems. Number 10. Soul by Zina Karim. The visual artist Zina Karim embodied the spirit of her mother. She presented the dress of her mom that she wore most of the time and in which she passed away in the age of 45 years. Floating freely in the room, the dress became the soul of her mom. A video was projected onto the dress showing Zina in the clothes of her mom walking through the streets of Baghdad like her mom is still alive. Number 11. Questioning a Question by Noor Abed Ali. Noor Abed Ali paints surreal figures, objects and landscapes. Her painting Questioning a Question showed her in the middle of Al-Sinik neighborhood. It is a man-dominated environment with small shops offering car replacements and tools with many daywalkers, ordinary people. She had to pass this area every day because of her work in the Iraqi Independent Film Center. Every day she got faced by men she doesn't know with the question, "Why are you here?" Number 12. Cosmic Garden by Amir Ekram. The young architect Amir Ekram took the visitors on an imaginary journey through his galaxy via virtual reality. He got inspired by a poetry about cosmic and our relationship with the universe. Visitors could teleport within 10 scenes. While going around in Amir's garden, you always discovered something new. Number 13. Reflection by Jumana Rida. Jumana Rida's room is a reflection of specific moments in her life. In 5 paintings, she expressed statuses of her inner self and the hands who helped her to go through each single stage. Number 14. Overthinking by Furqan Mohammed. Furqan Mohammed is studying architecture. She tends to stuck thinking about the same issue over and over again, but is not coming to any sort of solution. To get rid of this overthinking process, she decided to paint. Our brain gives us the ability to think. Her brain appears in a cubic form, and she is sitting in black in front of her dark brain room. The big eye expresses the status of when she sees life in one way only. The brightly colored waves coming out of her brain express her desire to see the whole life, to overcome the unproductive way of thinking. Number 15. When Intellectuals Face Ignorance by Diyar Ziad. Diyar Ziyad said about his installation, "In all the wars that are taking place, the ignorant enemy is always very wary of the intellectuals and tries to get rid of them in various ways, knowing that the intellectuals have no weapons except the mind, and the front that is armed with the mind will definitely win." Number 16, Kneeling, by Lu'ay al-Hadari. There is an anecdote about Stalin, that he once gave a lesson to his advisors. After torturing a live chicken, he said, "Have you seen how that chicken followed me despite the pain I caused it?" There are people who follow their exploiters, killers and thieves, no matter how excessively they torture them, and they may sanctify them for their crimes in exchange for crumbs. And often they may not even find those crumbs, but they are following. Number 17, Red 2O, by Lawa'a al-Hassanin. The photo series Red 2O consisted of 10 photographs of normal street life scenes where we see the color red, isolated from the rest of the colors of life. Red has the range of symbolic meanings and it awakes in us specific feelings. The color red is as important as water is. He said, "We cannot continue to live without water, as we cannot without the color red." The additional program featured ballet music, literature and movies. A ballet show by the young Lara Ahmed and Ney Ali. Both attend our ballet dance lab in Beit Tarkib, given by Meysara Salam. A percussion concert given by Sanjad. A concert by the musical duo Anima. A solo debut by Bassam Salem. Readings with Maha Atia and Munir Salah. Hussein Mutta musically accompanied by Hussein Al-Harbi and Bassam Salem. Inas Philip musically accompanied by Bassam Salem, and a poetry reading by Mohammed Adnan. The open projector night screened the movies Blackout by Hadja Kuzai, Haiku by Munir Salah, Last Dream by Malik Abed Ali, 50-50 by Khaled Abdel Nasser.